dependent.
Starting off on that defense.
Sage kind of owns people. People still don't default until like. I'm sure they default in Radiant. We got Boom on attack. We got Nongshim on defense. And we got. Wait, did he light up because he was taking the orb? Sort of thing?
Taking their time.
Yeah, I can definitely put these casters up, right?
Will run at you from time to time.
Gonna put them up to here.
Generally, it's kind of on their anti-ecos that you're gonna see a lot of really high tempo stuff. A little bit of pressure here on Persia, but
Yoru's pretty good.
Little contact, pops the
Yoru's
smoke.
like,
they're looking for a little bit more of an exploration towards
the agent glows that we're on the POV of.
Exactly what Boom
When
is
did
doing
this
right
happen?
now, but not much being given over here by Boom actually. So for now, Nongshim not really able to kind of transfer some of their forces to the A site, which is where we can see where Boom is starting to line up and think about making their execute.
Yeah, Francis nearby. Ooh, on the jump peak, able to spot out one. 0 point not going to be cleared out, but there's the
oh my god, that stun was sick though.
Will find the first kill. Francis going to be taken down. Nabby still tucked away. Persia able to find an elimination. Here's a push up into the smoke, and Margaret.
That's probably the kill that decides it. There's a lot of low HPs.
Will get finished off as Berserks finds a solid headshot with the Sheriff in hand. Now into the 3v3. Spike being brought forward. Plant here into the corner.
Don't tunnel vision.
Wanted to try to go
oh
for
my
instant with the right click, is able to find Berserks, getting a bit of
oh
revenge
my
there, and getting a
goodness.
tick as well. Slasher now getting finished off, and it all comes down to DOS9. Wow, has been delivering in huge ways, sets out the grab, delaying on that defuse, but there's still plenty of time to play with here for the side of Nongshim. Swing onto the corner, and Danby will be good with it.
The shots are insane from Danby here.
Okay, will be the pass over here for Danby to go ahead and get the defuse towards that
Danby
overdrive.
a Neon one trick. His Raze is really good. Like he can play Raze really well.
Such a good job
but he
of
loves
just
the
navigating the back of the site, making sure that he doesn't get caught out. Yeah, his teammate gets knocked down early. Good combo there with the flash from the KO. But after that, he's just holding the line in the back, being really tricky with his movement. He's not
yellow
even using
today, we'll see.
the dash. He's just kind of being smart
we
with his
gave
timing,
Danby a straight red, wasn't it? I
holding
think
the line
last
there
time.
against the peek out and the defuse. A lot of that credit on that round.
Not sure there was even a warning.
3 assists and 2 kills, so takes part in literally
it was a round
everything in that
very
round.
similar to this.
Really nice start there for the Nongshim duelist.
Heavy investment here from the side of Nongshim. As Danby with that Vandal in hand, already putting it to very solid use to swing out.
Nice.
Finding DOS9 there, just kind of strafes
I do think
of that spray. Francis will collect 2, one with the shock, one with the Bulldog.
Well,
and suddenly
they wanted to try force through,
on the lonesome
and
here.
there is no damage done on this one. And the Sova getting a lot of kills is relatively nice. Depends on what ults they've got. I tell you what, this map's a little bit harder with Sova these days. There's so many different, so the different heights.
They like to do against ecos. They want to get aggressive on you. They want to try to force you to make a play.
It's just hard to actually get people.
Maybe Boom to play a little bit for the
minimap is out of bug. You reckon it's a bug? I would think it's a bug, because if you were going to do this thing that the observer's on, you would just make it look nicer, right?
But didn't work this time around. Just a great response from Danby and company. Able to slide forward. Persia there with the Bulldog, going to get the final kill. And yeah, it's classic Nongshim, man. They love to run at you,
like,
especially when you've got
I can't even see what agent this is once it's on it.
Very happy to take those fights.
They're on the 0 point once again, just contesting for space over here at A main.
It's just a red block.
Get picked up by Francis, who's now just 2 away from the hunt. Who's Fury. Lost, of course, the previous
but these
round
teams came from Ascension. Yeah, this is a rematch.
Firepower in Nongshim's hands.
Something to keep your eyes on as this one rolls on. Are there going to be adjustments from Boom, trying to deal with that early orb grab that Nongshim is using those deeper stars?
No help on the smoke
to make sure that they're taking advantage
of. Bro, pushed through the smoke. He must have had one running back there.
Oh, nice stuff. Oh, Francis wins that.
Francis wins the fight.
5 HP, and they get the info on the sides, and they insta-recleared the pressure over towards door. Go 1 pass on Fake with an Astra. I mean, we're just coming back here, I think.
Draw out this wall early as the spike still gets ushered across towards Club.
I'm enjoying the patience over towards B.
Such annoying setup to deal with.
Smoke goes in when we get to the 40-second mark.
Early on, just gotta bait it out here as DOS9.
Triggered of the wall, so dude, they got 3 here. This is hard for Boom. The only good thing is they got double flash slide wall. The Neon is
3 players in position. Flash.
Pretty far away.
Bit of info there as Fragment goes out into the corner, trying to force them out into the open. It's Ivy catching a glimpse, but not able to find the shot. Knows that there's going to be 2 players just in the outskirts
15
of
seconds.
Flash does connect.
Yeah, I think
Beautifully
that guy's
done.
gonna be
Famous
ready
line
for that
forward,
KO flash there.
Time
Like as
dwindling,
soon
10
as
seconds
someone
remaining.
getting
The
into
plan
this
to come
corner
through. Shock dart
and
up
doesn't
over the top.
PQ in the next 5
Tickling there
seconds,
on
you know
NC
the flash is coming.
Second one, doing a bit more damage, but still no kill to be found there.
Nice shot, okay.
Last one standing. Just that 5
Very,
HP
very nice
falls
in
as
the end.
Dawson's able to collect
Yeah,
2.
got a little bit worried for
Boom looking
the
themselves
side
on the
hit.
board, suffering about the,
I think
you know,
if they
minimal amount of
played
casualties, that's gonna feel okay.
Anti,
You know,
then
too
maybe
dead,
that's a
not
different
too bad.
round.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is just really good
2 people that can't
coordination
buy.
here from Boom. Shiro's landing some really nice flashes. 4 assists on the board. A bit of a unfortunate situation for Berserks there, I suppose, but just a really nice outplay from Francis. However, Famous with the great setup from Shiro, able to clear out the hall, and that really opens up the space that Boom needs to take over, get the plant down, and nicely handle the post-plant situation.
Ivy was using
So
the
good
T1,
kind of
wait, the
usage of the
T1
timing
skin.
there as well,
That's
in terms
savage.
of, you know, popping that wall, and there's still some time on the clock. They could have made it
Okay, Prowler goes
another
out.
rotate or something like that.
Clears
Instead,
close.
they just say, okay, we're going to make the set play here, work our way past the screen. You know, Ivy reveals his
So
position.
they create a little bit of
Wayward
pressure over
Guardian
towards B.
shots.
Put a question
We're
mark
able to
here.
take full advantage of that. Speaking of Guardian, Shiro only able to
Damn,
afford that
3
right now.
pass and hold
Second
of this
link
now.
here from the set of
Do they
Nolshim.
all tank the flash?
Flash heard,
How did
anticipated,
I?
and replied to Francis. Will find the kill.
Oh,
Hunter's Fury
I felt like that was a
immediately
misclick,
drawn out,
no?
just anticipating further pressure to come through. Follow-up shot goes across and ooh, Dawson
Goodness, that
almost
was
getting
close.
tagged by that.
Felt like a
Barely
misclick.
Elude capture as Relay Bolt going to be sent out. There's the wall as well raised. Dumpy just utilizing that fast lane to make a quick
They
exit.
force back through.
long as you can deal with
The
Dawson here,
recon
this should
misses
be
as well, so they don't
hittable,
get
but oh, he's gonna
info.
get the kill onto Dambi.
And Ivy
Say,
is not
no
getting
cover from behind, so Dambi does
any
end up
info
getting
as
caught.
well.
Noting forward there.
Well, it makes
And
walking
being
back
long.
over towards site.
Still comes in for free. Ivy, however, spotting
You
one.
definitely
looks
said
to
it's a
readjust, can't
misstep
make it
from
happen. Famous
Dambi,
does
but
manage to go ahead and strike him down. A 3v3, but
that is
Francis able to just find
that
Dawson,
is
finds
nice
Famous.
though. It was actually really
Francis
close
is
up
on
until
a
that.
tear.
He is destroying right now. Confidence flowing there.
Couple of worrying things for
Push and
Boom.
pull
First of all, the
outside of Link
spikes
where you
here.
got the first kill.
Um,
Now spike down.
second of all, we're
Berserks.
like a
Let's have
little
some room
bit
to work with.
not together.
Have
It's
to
also
drift all
just
the way back
so.
and pick that up, or just
Or
go for the
save.
save. Yeah,
In 10
nothing you can
seconds.
do.
I
just
feel
look
like
at
this
the clock.
Gambi
Yeah,
can
there's
get
no
punished a
hope at
little
this
bit.
point.
But I will say also worrying
That
sign for
also.
Nongshim is
Nongshim, 3 players surviving.
Ivy's not
Move up 3
getting
to 1
any
now.
info on
Solid
long,
lead
so
here
like
in
they
their favor.
don't have much
Economy
info, so
a
they can't
little
actually
scattered here
stack the
from
B
side of
site
Boom. 2
that early.
players able to buy. Berserks maybe can go for a light
They play
drop for
Neon on
somebody
every
here.
map. So far, yes.
This just feels like a really nice read
Yeah,
from
so far they play it
Francis.
on every map.
I mean, not only does he get the kills, but they've got the forces in place to deal with that link push. I mean, I think the only thing unaccounted for there was DOS9, and if that's dealt with, that's a much more difficult round there for Boom. Still, a bit of a sigh of relief, and the classic Famous early op on attacker's side loves to grab the op and is really, really strong with it
Game.
for Boom.
So
Something that
the thing is, now
big
I
part
would
of
like
why they're able
Ivy to play
to get to where
passive.
they are.
If they can,
And,
if they
Famous
can afford an
really
op,
do some
that's probably when
damage.
you play passive.
That attacker's side.
Now they would be
His job
tempted
is
to
gonna
put an
be
op here and
watching long A, but this time
try and get a
around,
pick.
just a bit of a mid clear for Nongshim and a fallback in a more of a default type setup. We're gonna send Donby over towards B.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Hasn't been any
put a question mark here
tension over towards A, although I think
and see when
Persia's
this
pinging
gets
it
cleared
out.
by
It's
jump
starting to feel
spot.
like
Danby's now
Seen
over
too
here, and I
much
feel like
over here.
Danby's more of a lunatic. Also with the
Maybe
neon, I think you
something
can
that's
jump
gonna be
spot this a
drifting this
little
way,
bit
but again, mid seems to be a
easier
bit
and
of
less
a
likely
thought.
to get shot.
Art gonna be
We've
potentially
plugged
challenged
holes
here.
in this
Just a turret
boom.
there to check, but Nongshim's gonna have to be
Default. I think
really
this is okay
proactive
because
here
it's
with their
neon.
movement.
I think you can make that jump as a neon.
And
But basically, when you
still
default as
at
an
the ready
Astra,
both
if you
there
put
and
stars out, you can be
the
seen
double door entry over
from
towards
this
B
box
lane.
and this box. So the Astra
Fine,
defaulting
so
over towards
toward
B
Francis, in
doesn't
danger,
work
getting
great.
caught. There's back across, and the shots.
It's insanely risky.
Straight does connect there.
The call is
Onto
to
the
go over
shin,
towards
but
B
Francis still relatively
didn't create
healthy,
too
despite
much
now being
pressure
brought around towards this site.
on the
Dambi
rest of the map.
in his lips, judge in hand, ready to go.
And this recon's going to give him a lot of
Recon will
info.
fly. Quick turn,
So
quick
much
clear.
so that they wanted to rotate. They don't rotate anymore. And
Star
Danby's
setup,
back
and
of.
they flush
I mean,
out
Danby's
Neon
going to
here.
tank a flash. Knife hits him.
0-1 connects on the
Comes the
2.
second flash.
Fragment over towards
Wait, that was
side.
the only
Dambi still
flash.
in
Oh god,
position.
Danby's going to
Ivy
farm
holding
them.
closer, but behind the screen, swings out, finds one, does end up getting caught, but now Francis strikes.
Whoa.
Fast lane going to be set to slide across. The judge cuts and slash
No,
in half. The
no, I
top
thought it
down
was
is
going to go,
Barnett.
but
point blank against Berserk is able to find that kill. And that
Holy.
operator
Are you
trying to
ever meant
fucking
to hit
go
that
for it
off
just
shot
as
when
that
someone's
beat.
jumping the corner
Struggling
like
to
that?
find the tracking, but
Picks
eventually
up the
gets
gun
it
as well.
done. Nongshim shut down the follow-up buy here from Boom. And they send him back to the respawn room, absolutely broke.
Yeah, nice adjustment here from Nongshim on this B site defense compared to what we saw the one round that Boom was able to
What is
break
he
through.
doing, dude? That's
They're
how he
playing good
plays the game.
anti-flash positions. They're a little bit further back. The wall's a little bit deeper to give them that info a little bit sooner.
Yeah,
Kind of force
I would say
Boom to set up a
50%
little
of
bit
rounds,
further
I'll
back,
probably have a shotgun.
dodging that fragment really
Even on the
nicely
maps
as
where the
Ivy.
shotguns aren't the
That gives them
best.
the opportunity to get that first big kill, allow for Francis
Bro
to
went
get
to
the
hit him with the
trade,
wall.
and you can play with the shotgun this time, so even if they do come in with some
The
flashes,
wall peek was kind of
you have
nice.
a
It
really good
gave him the
opportunity
option
to
of like
respond.
going out.
Of course, the overdrive as well.
That was a little bit
making it
risky.
oh so difficult for
Big
Famous. Operator
gutting
can
for
be in
Boom.
Francis's hands.
Another
He gets pushed up
eco.
forward.
They're gonna
Making
get
sure
all of their
they're
ults
controlling that orb.
online next round though, so that's good. Here
Spot
comes
out
Neon
onto
ult.
the slide forward, eventually able to find
Pop
that
the
headshot.
Neon ult.
He's
If you're gonna
far
pop the
grit
Neon
and
ult,
gets
bro,
the
pop
follow-up.
the Neon ult before you turn the
Perfect coming
corner
around
here.
the side, gets the reload off, finds himself a third, will get put down. Weapon gonna be scooped up, Vandal now here in the hands of NC Slasher. DOS9, however, unable to try to recover one. The 2v3 to try to play this out as Francis is getting out wide over here at long. An opportunity for the peak with the Nebula blocking.
Okay, Francis,
Obfuscating
have a
here
bit
for
of
the moment,
patience
now
on this.
dissipating.
This Cosmic Divide, though, not in a good spot. Two members coming
It's
from Long
nice.
B.
This recon's the one though.
They read that. Seems like they have a decent idea of it. The recon, in fact, going to be invested. Now they confirm it. Clear on the dart. DOS9 force in the open. As Dombey sliding forward. Just an absolute
God,
madman with the movement.
it looks so hard to play
Solid
against.
attempt here at a Thrifty from Boom, but can't quite get it
There
done.
are
They
so
can
many of
spike
these
plant money, but they
situations where
cannot
it's like
hold the
so
line.
nice that
Nongshim
he's
now
just
up by 4.
he's literally
Yeah,
just a
honestly,
human
just
decoy. He's a human
A little bit
decoy
fortunate
that
for
is
Boom
just
in
getting
some
you
ways. Some of those
information.
sprays in mid,
He's like a drone that
that
is
connector at
incredibly
the
hard to
doors
shoot.
were a little bit off. You know, obviously that's tough for Margaret. The reset there took him a few adjustments to finally find the kill.
No matter what, he's
Swing
getting
over for the third.
so much info for his team that they're
Again,
gonna
Cosmic
win that
Divide
out.
Kind of anticipating that they wouldn't have been so far wrapped around, but that early A control that we've been seeing, that A main control from the side of Nongshim is starting to cause
Imagine this
difficulty,
neon,
in some of these
this dude
situations
before
in
the
these
neon
post
nerf. Yeah,
plans.
this is what I was
That
saying on Plat Chat.
Cosmic
I was
Divide
like,
is a perfect example of that.
I
Because
was
you're able to
no
rotate so
joke.
fast,
If
because you
there
have
was
that
no
information
neon nerf,
as
I would have
Nongshim,
put them second in the region.
You could take risks a little bit sooner than you normally would, especially with all that pressure that you had in mid.
I think they would have
And
just
it took a while
absolutely
for
farmed.
that to really formulate, to really buy the
You would've-
space
I
that
think you
Boom
would have
needed to
ended
get to
like
their plant spot.
every
So
map on about
Nongshim,
30 kills.
That's been kind of part of the game here, something I've been really focusing on, because in a round like that, it actually turns out to be super important. Whereas for Boom now, I
Be
guarantee
brave,
that's
stay
something that
fast.
those
I'm
coaches
really
have
high
gotta
up
be
on
talking
T1.
about is how are you going to create some pressure at A main, at least force Nongshim to respect the fact that A hits are possible. Because it's been a lot of B hits lately, and Nongshim's been able to just kind of throw bodies at the problem.
Yeah. It's going with the holy moly strat of old. But has not been finding too much value here. A multitude of ultimates to work with coming into this round. Nongshim not too far away from 3 of their own. Ivy, Margaret, and Francis all just 1 away.
Going mid.
Looks like it's not going to be a contest for A control. It's once again going to be a push up here towards B. Prowler going to be sent out. Time being tucked over onto the corner, and this goes completely unscouted. Let's slide across. Not sure what's going on with that screen there. We'll get that taken care
Yeah,
of.
what is this?
Just a glitch in the matrix.
What's going on? It might.
At first,
It
I
might
thought was
even
just
be
my
in
monitor,
game,
but then I'm
dude.
like, oh, you're
Did
seeing
it not
too.
happen when
Yeah,
the
I
fade
turned
stuff
around what's
happened?
happening in the venue as well. Hope I don't know what's going on with the stream. Either way.
Yeah, it's the
Right, ball,
Observer.
Francis
I mean, it
Cross,
could be
Famous
Observer
pushing up
PC
off the
still.
back of that smoke, that flash rather, but Francis immediately finds the kill. Smattering of damage across onto Persia, but he's still able to come away with 1. NC Slasher just going to be taken down. Shiro out into the open. It's an easy, quick shot there. As in reply to the timeout, Nongshim come away with a flawless.
The push and
GPU is
pull
dying.
for
Yeah, I
Nongshim
thought it
is
would
so
look,
good. Their coordination. I mean, you can
Doesn't
see
look
that
worse though.
this team has been playing together for quite some time.
Boom and mental
coordination
booms. They keep
so
hit.
good.
I mean, the original game
The
plan
way
you can
that,
tell was to hit over
they play
towards
off of
B.
each other. There's
Right,
always
it was
someone
meant to be
cover,
that.
you know,
I
even
think they maybe
Dami has
looked
covering
at
fire as
something and
he's
they were like,
retreating.
well,
Francis
they don't
shows
take
up
much info over
right
towards B.
underneath
We
the
can
tower
pass all the
from
time.
Hell at the perfect timing to find
And
his kill.
then
The
I
second
feel like
pulls it
Nongshim
out.
worked it out pretty
Just
early on that round that they won.
Really clean from
And now-
Nongshim. I mean, this is looking like that Nongshim
This-
that we
I mean,
saw in
now
Ascension.
Danby's been
that
there like
ran the
2-3
table
rounds
until
in a
the
row.
grand
I think it's
finals,
only
where they're
2.
just in firm control of every map.
And now
from
they
start
feel
to
like they for
finish.
sure shut down B.
Certainly,
And look at
Boom
this
is gonna
heavy
have to
stack
dig
on
deep.
Art.
Another stacked push in towards mid, but this time Nongshim is gambling that it would be Art, not
I think
towards
NRG
the
can
link
make
side.
the lower run.
Okay, well,
I think they can make it. I don't think they are. I think eventually they would lose to
Berserk's there out
Sentinels.
mid. Famous now trying to take some space. Relay bolt coming through, but Dambi has already repositioned and found
Or
the
G2,
elimination.
whoever gets put down.
Hunter's Fury. Seemingly just for fun here from Francis. Peels off some of that pressure. Stops him from advancing forward.
Well, with the way he's been fragging, he's just like, I'm just going to get more kills and get more orbs anyway, so.
I mean, yeah, it's round 8. He might just be able to find a third Hunter's Fury.
And
in the map. Why
Loud?
the hell not?
I think they would
Ivy
beat
tucked
Loud.
behind
Loud hasn't
quads
been
here at
proper
Arc.
tested. They've played
Unit in Slasher's
two
hands.
teams who
Proud.
look
Do they check for
shocking.
this?
Loud look really good.
Now the answer's gonna be
Well,
no.
they
Flash
played
goes
two
through.
teams
The
that
peak
have
kill.
looked
The second is found.
really
Ivy
bad.
picking them apart, and Shiro now last man standing. Will end up falling. Back-to-back flawless rounds.
Well,
Nongshim
I
absolutely
would be on
running
board
away with this map.
if they look
Yeah,
decent in the
swimming
next game.
cash, swimming in alts, everything.
Scrooge McDucking it.
Yeah, Scrooge McDucking it, absolutely. They're taking a nosedive into their money pit
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
looking a little bit rough, but honestly their bind might be a lot better.
Yeah,
That is
no,
an
no, it's
incredible
not like in
shot.
the
He goes,
cartoons,
that's a
folks.
headshot.
You would not do so good. That is basically a wall. You dive into a pool of gold coins.
Well, the wall right now is what Boomer hitting,
That is correct.
and they did not come with their sledgehammers prepped.
Yeah, and it does just
See how
feel
they
like
fare, though, in
Boom
the next buy
are
round.
a step ahead
Still
every
ultimates
single
available.
round at the moment.
Haven't gotten in any position to actually utilize them.
They're like
and they're
adapting
also not taking
fast.
aim in control. I mean, it's the same three-man stack early from Nongshim.
Early A
Yeah,
pressure. This time they
took Shiro
walk
around the
push,
corner,
and
but
I might have cast
it's
this
just him
heavy
there.
because there's a good chance
they
they
keep
don't check this
pushing-
box, especially with the alarm bot
Yeah,
here.
he's hitting behind the box. He's got the alarm bot.
Solid on the first. Can he find the second? The answer is going to be no, but Berserk's is there for covering fire. And
Still, they
puts
come out
Persia down
heavily
to
on
10.
top. It was nice.
Solid damage exchange between the two, but the
Big
regen shield
1v1.
is there for the Killjoy.
Okay.
Berserk's a little bit more to work with in the meantime. Famous just baiting out that wall. Now starts wrapping back around, joining with the rest of the team.
It's not a bad idea from Boom. It is punished, the push out from Nongshim, but not enough to really turn the round one way or another in their favor. Persia,
Alex
Berserk's
Devs,
both
thank you so much for the
very low
primate.
HP, so
Appreciate
Persia,
the 2 mums.
this A site,
Bring the
potentially
teenage
under
hair
some
back.
pressure.
Yeah, I need to
and
cut my hair at one
something,
point.
Wait,
It's getting too long.
try to find
Maybe
that
when I've
off
cut it,
angle, see if he can
we'll do that. People seem to like it.
get an entry kill, and then rely on Margaret to swoop on in to bail him out.
Adino Sin, thank you so much
Has
for
to
the tier
be
1 as well.
no better
Appreciate
than
the
even
21
exchange
months.
here
Thank you,
for
thank
Boom
you.
to really feel comfortable about getting into a good post plant. That's so annoying for Persia.
Even if they just open with the lockdown, could just be exchanged here to try to flush them out already. Yeah, Margaret trying to up the tempo here as Famous tries to go in on the chase. Is able to find the headshot.
Okay,
That means
10
the lockdown can be
HP.
cleared. Persia
God,
spraying.
we let the
connections there.
21 HP out. Well, I guess regen armor. I was gonna say, oh damn, well, 11 HP now. I was gonna say we let the really low HP plant.
Regen shield is there to save
I
him.
get it was for
Lockdown
ult,
mount
but
in play, Persia with
felt
the tap.
crazy risky.
Slow creeping from Ivy, just trying to keep their attention. Paid forward
Oh
into
boy,
the site,
they
and it works a treat.
could go Visor, but it would be Visor
into
for
the 2v2.
Visor.
Ivy with the ult available.
Yeah, here we go,
Gonna go
Visor.
for the investment here. Persia! What is that fade away?
Oh my god, they can't catch a break, bro. They can't catch
has
a
no
break.
help,
How has he hit that
sure.
one?
But that is still a
That is,
disgusting adjustment.
Yeah, that is the
And
low
a
HP
disgusting
going
round to
down.
lose if you're Boom.
That shot on, I mean, obviously the shot on A main is nice. The guy's full HP,
Well,
but that is a
I mean, you can
fast
see the
adjustment.
adjustments from Boom, but the individual level of play extremely high. I mean, this is so nice to clear out that lockdown to take Margaret down. Great play.
Holy.
Oh my god. It didn't even feel like he fired the gun. It just felt like he
No, it
just
just felt like he was
looked at it.
running and just
Yeah, he's a-
looked over
Just
that
fell
direction.
over in fear.
he's
The
a-
heart attack gun. Persia's working for the CIA. Oh, good lord. Well, pop flashes. We get a clash.
Where
over here.
are we
Main
in
main,
this?
Overdrive
Oh
balcony
my
pop.
goodness.
Famous just trying to zip and
Welcome
zap
to
through the
Double
walls
Neon.
here, through the smokes, but nothing really going to be found. Slides onto the corner, and Dabby takes his head off. In the meantime, Margaret's able to find one out towards Art.
out of bullets.
Slasher coming away with one. I
Very,
mean,
very nice.
they just,
Is my YouTube live? Yes, YouTube's live. People are there.
it just feels so
I think it's getting
balanced at the moment. Nongshim have every
think-
response at the
because
ready, continuingly-
my YouTube channel
continuously
keeps
just
getting
shutting
like
them down at
copyright
every
strikes
twist and
because of
turn.
the
They
music that they
understand their
play. I
opponents,
think
and this
I'm
is
getting
again something that
recommended
Boom
less
needed
and
to
less
do,
on
but
YouTube.
they
I think I might have to
overextended.
just search
They
for me.
took a main control, and instead of backpedaling and retreating because you got that overdrive, because you want to push the pace, it is against a weaker buy, and Nongshim just has the right response, right? You just
I think
fall right
Nongshim
back.
can make
Just
Bangkok.
wait
It's
them
gonna be
out,
rough.
set up
It's gonna be
those
hard. It's gonna be a hard run.
crossfire angles towards the choke point.
The problem is
Just knock 'em down. And again, that's, you know, you have that Neon,
Problem
you have that speed, but
is
so does Nongshim.
that their
Dambi is so
playstyle
good at just making sure everybody
is
gets
a
out of there.
little inconsistent.
And you know, along with him and Persia and Francis, they've been doing a phenomenal job of just complete domination of that angle. Now this time around, Nongshim may be giving a bit of an opportunity here. They're giving up so much space on the map right now. They're playing so far back. Could be like a cosmic divide angle or something, but they're really giving a lot of respect over to Boom
You
in
have
this
the
round, and they wanna
notifications
show
on,
them
so you
something
just
way
know.
different
Oh, that's
than what
smart.
we've seen so far.
We'll just cut in through Art.
Yeah, maybe that's
Persia.
a good way of doing it.
Nearby enough, looking to try to protect here. Slide in the corner, Famous as well to come away with
Big
one.
flash. Big flash.
Persia alive means that there's still going to be a cosmic divide potentially here for the round, but the double push up in towards Secret. Towards some of the kill on to Francis. Dawson at the same time able to find Margaret. The push
Oh
coming through.
my
Persia
goodness.
now.
Oh, they've got this 2v4 down to
In the
a 1v1.
Divide
And
be
it's not
divided,
planted for this guy. I'm
potentially, as there's the jiggle peek out.
gonna try reverse Astra. No, okay.
It's Persia off the defuse here for the moment. Retaps it, and there's the
I
spray.
thought he was gonna do
Dawson
that thing
will be
where
able to deliver
you-
the lone surviving member as we
You
get ready to go into the last
Astra suck
round of
after
the
they
half.
Astra suck, like
Boom,
next to it.
desperately looking to try to get themselves to a 3-9 scoreline.
And it's really some good flashes again from Shiro that allow them to take the space towards Secret that they really needed to break this round open and give themselves a good chance. And Astra v Astra in a post plant, very tough for Persia in that scenario. Toss 9 plays it very,
Alright.
very nicely there. Gravwell understands that there's really only one spot based on that smoke that the player can be
Finally
defusing from.
around. Yeah, it got close as
Blast
well.
through. Dambi gonna grab
It
an
got
op in this round,
close.
has the overdrive in the
I
back
don't want to
pocket.
say this is an
Two
attack
cosmic
side of map,
divides
but
for
it
both
is.
Astras.
So
Early smoke
Boom
on.
need to get this, a
Dodged by Dambi. They were
pistol, a
expecting him to be in
bonus,
that
they need
corner,
everything.
like he was previously when he had the op.
Yeah, Prowler once again unscouting him, but the jiggle peek should have gotten note here.
Trying to give himself a better angle. Oh god.
And
Nice
still
shot.
gonna be able to find the readjust, sends out a relay bolt, still gonna be stuck here behind the pillar. Pass
Should be
lane
dead
set
though,
up,
right?
but
Okay.
Potentially will be found. Shiro with a headshot. Gets rid of that pesky op as we go neon for neon.
Seen some
Dambi just
streamers
overstayed his
restream on their
welcome a
Raw
little
VOD
bit too
channels
long,
rather
got
than
a
their
little
main.
overconfident with that first kill. Did anybody back up from Persia yet?
Yeah,
over on B.
that might be smart.
It was just a
I
little
want to
bit
get my
late
main
to
channel
arrive there.
like,
Maybe they weren't quite ready or
want to get the main
communicating.
channel up in subs.
It was a heavier stack towards the B side at that time. But now, just going to fall back. A lot of that Vice util and the KJ util over on A. So that is a absolute nasty setup to try to get through for Boom if they make a go for it. Fake
You
here.
say that, Prodigy, but
Yeah, I mean,
Nightfall.
Last round
realistically,
of the half, big attempt
in
here
the
at
last
fake out
2
Francis,
weeks,
however,
when would
still
I have had time
quite
to record a
budging, slowly
YouTube
starting
video?
to shift back, but
That's the issue.
to play in this position. No
They know.
noise coming through. You have the peek up in front of the wall. The spike now on the floor.
Spike down
The vines pop the
A.
wall out.
Ooh,
Dawson does well
nice
to come
shot,
away with the
bro.
kill,
You
but they're still gonna be
actually,
held up here
might have
down
just given yourself a
on
chance.
the approach with 19 seconds now remaining. Rotations coming through. The tap, the smoke dissipating. Margaret out into the open.
No.
Dead. Berserk's able to find
Wait,
the kill.
what?
Cosmic
I'm so
Divide now gonna be
confused.
coming through from Persia.
I'm so
2v3.
confused.
There's a spot up, but Dawson9 does well to come away with that kill, but Persia's still alive. Puts a position of one, swings out, but
Nice.
Berserk
3?
finds the headshot.
Sure, 3
will be
pistol
3-9 at
bonus
the
is
half.
what they need.
It's just a
And then it's kind of doable.
finally, Boom's able to work the map a little bit better, get into those positions, but it takes DOS9 just coming up with some big kills to break open this space on
The
A.
internationals, yeah,
Honestly,
maybe
the setups
Lexi.
here, I'd say other than Donby sticking around a little bit too long, gets caught by the Nova Pulse as well.
Highlights just
But,
for the
I mean, you have a
Masters and the
great
Champs
defensive
games.
setup, but DOS9 able to get up on that wall, and Francis is ready for it, just misses the shots. And then Berserks wins a couple big battles as the Killjoy. Still, that defensive half extremely successful for Nongshim, and that's very, very scary.
Nastia, thank you so
On a
much.
bigger map like this,
Appreciate that. Which team has the best
9 rounds
Ascent
on
and
defender's
Icebox
side
of
is
all
really,
time?
really nice.
Best Ascent is
So,
probably
Boom's defender side.
Loud,
Let's see what they can dial
considering
in.
their win streak.
Had
Most
some
people
good
would say
moments here and
Loud.
there, but for the most part, Nongshim was just really reading
I think
them
that's
nicely. Had
honestly
some great
so
setups, some great
fine.
trades.
It was the
Are you gonna
best
need to dig
Ascent.
deep?
Yeah, old school Loud. At the moment,
A hell
you
of
would
a
probably
deficit
lean
try
to.
work yourself
Dude,
out.
I'm not even sure at the moment who I would lean to.
Nongshim able to find that first pistol. Boom. Really need to kick things into gear.
DRX, but they're new. We haven't seen anything.
To say the least. I mean,
Genji.
That's
I was tempted to say
nice.
Genji, but I mean,
Ooh,
they
and
changed
they're
players.
like laminated and everything.
I mean, this is just free.
Wait, that's sick. It's
marketing
like an actual
ideas for
noodle
Nongshim.
pack.
Yeah, right? Those
That's
are
awesome.
like professional quality. Nongshim, hire her.
Yeah, if you're gonna start producing, I hope they get a cut.
Those are excellent.
10%.
Yeah, it's a good
sale.
question.
There you go.
I mean, of all time, I would say Loud is probably the one you would say. And then
mean, it just feels
Icebox,
like, yes, with the
Icebox, you gotta
tempo
say like
and everything that
2020.
Nongshim has been bringing to the table so far.
When
this
was
is
that year?
so
3?
challenging.
Fnatic?
A little bit of a spray from DOS9, but
What's that? 2020,
so alone
2023
effectively
Loud,
right now.
2023,
And Nongshim
or is it 2022
has
Loud
Ivy
and
watching mid.
2023
A lot of players
Fnatic
from
for
Boom
Icebox?
here.
There's that Prowler. Oh, Famous. Not necessarily knowing that Ivy was right there, and that could come back to bite them. Francis already
Okay,
cut
must
one,
win
though. It's
pistol,
Dawson
and they've
Shiro looking to
lost
be taken
the
down,
first
swing
3
onto the corner.
kills.
Is
Okay.
immediately NC Slasher having to reply back. He's gonna
Yeah,
find 3.
give him a good chance.
Gives them a hope,
Yeah,
a
it's a
shout,
shame.
but Francis
It's gonna
will
be, it's rough
bring the
now,
round
so
to a
this map's
conclusion,
over.
much like he started at Nongshim. 2-0 on pistols here on Pearl.
That's just
Gambit?
tremendous
I mean,
patience from
Gambit,
Ivy,
nah, I don't
and
think
this is
so.
why
I think
a lot of people
talk
have been
about
very high
Icebox.
on this player.
We were
Obviously,
awful at
Davi's gonna get
Icebox,
talked
and
about because of the neon.
I went to
Persia
overtime.
is just one of those god tier controllers that has been so good for the
Yeah,
last
I
couple
don't
of
think
years.
so.
But Ivy here, is
The Icebox,
just
they
the-
never
one
took
of the
middle.
unsung heroes for Nongshim, and the patience was beautiful. That Prowler gave him a little bit of extra time to wait that out, and then find that kill on a Berserk.
That's his Icebox is up there. Yeah, but that's for another competition.
For Margaret.
Margaret on the peak. Oh, yep, that's more than you might have bargained for here or anticipated. The quad stack out of Art, not going to be rewarded with any damage dealt. Space now going to be given up, and it seems like Boom anticipating that this is going to be a shift over towards B, but in fact, Spike is just outside of A. They cut back across, getting a bit of information. 0 point connects on the 2.
We're at the best pole.
In pole position.
Loud again.
Exactly where they need to be to try to counteract
The
this
Harbor-
plan.
Harbor
Monkey in the hands of
Viper
Famous could
stuff.
certainly do some damage, especially as Francis is playing so damn close.
That's what you got to be really aware of in these moments is kind of the angles from A-Link, from mid-connector to A-Link, right out of Flowers there. Those are where some of the damage can be done, and I think this is pretty wise.
Big Rex are good at that map.
Try to get those longer range guns.
The problem was
find some more
Loud
value.
was
Let Margaret go out there with the ghost. He can die. That's
consistently
totally
playing
fine.
it
Get that
and
info.
being
Maybe see if you can find
everyone.
that flank angle as well.
He's being watched. Margaret maybe finding a timing,
Timing?
slinking back through the repeat, the turret set up. And Margaret eventually
I mean,
able to find
fair
the kill.
play.
They're now gonna be
Fair play,
nullified,
it's
so
a
they go
good
to the corner.
kill.
NC Slasher able to put him down. 1 for 1, but the time is already gone. Boom have already made up their minds.
It was the best bind of all time, Optic.
Happy to come
It
away
was
with
probably
a consolation kill there.
Ascend.
Ultimately will go down
They
to
had like
the
a
Spike. Nongshim
30-something
now up
win
to
streak.
11.
Yep. Not much to say there, other than Boom's kind of game plan there was if they push through mid and they're there, we'll fight.
Depends how
If
far you
not,
want to go back.
fall back, play to die to the Spike. That's
Fnatic,
essentially
they had a
what
pretty good
do.
run on bind, yeah.
So now let's see what we're gonna get coming into this bonus for Nongshim. Gonna be sitting very nice in terms of weaponry. I'm just curious what they're gonna be buying, if anything.
100 Thieves. The problem with, well, the 100 Thieves stuff was good.
Behind that Bulldog.
It's weird because it's so hard to
Marshall for Persia.
it's so hard to compare stuff from all time
on long B duty.
because teams were so much worse back
A
there.
little bit of attention.
Like 100 Thieves, if 100 Thieves started playing that
Famous.
comp into that level
Saw a
back
little
then,
bit.
would have won about 50 games in a row. 'Cause people just didn't
There's the
watch
drop.
demos or adapt.
Tomby able to find the kill. Swaps around the weapon. Vandal now in hand. Somehow, nobody on
So
Nongshim
it is hard.
getting hit by those shots.
And they got a quick peek into A, didn't see anything, didn't meet any resistance. So they decide that felt maybe a little too much like a trap.
I do think
They wanted to
bind
go
is the
re-explore
best.
other parts of the
I think
map.
just as a heads up anyway,
Some utility,
these two facing each other, I
lay it
think
out
bind
there,
is
but
always just the
you've
best
had
map for
Persia over
Boom
here
to
for
try
quite
win.
some time, holding behind the screen at ramp, and he hasn't met much resistance. I mean, sure, there's been
There's
smoke swaps,
Sunset,
but
yeah, Heretics for sure.
that's all there has been to speak of. Berserk's all on his own.
It took a long time
He's
for
gonna be
people to
clear
work
the
that one
nano.
out. Best Lotus is
Shots
going to
out
be
there.
Fnatic, even though
Minor tag there.
I would say the
Berserk
same
comes
thing.
back across the opposite
Took
side of
people a
lane.
long time.
Presence known there is Margaret.
why did Boom pick Pearl? I mean, they probably just thought, they definitely thought they had a good game plan going in. Like they definitely noticed a weakness where maybe they weren't taking info over towards B and they could burst B because they tried B so much but then they got shut down, and then yeah, then it just
finds DOS9 for his troubles and suddenly is just about on for an ace, but NC Slasher brings
then
it
it
to
just
a
fell
conclusion.
apart.
However, Nongshim are looking to
They
bring
maybe
this
felt
match
like they
to
did good
conclusion.
against
Shiro,
T1,
last
but
one
when you
standing,
actually like
tries
look
to
at it, they
steady,
lost double
cannot make it
pistol,
happen.
and on their
Francis
attack
shuts
default
him
they got
down,
wrecked
and
by
Nongshim
info.
get up to map point.
So
I just love
don't know
the
if they
way Dami
didn't
plays.
properly
He's so selfless. Yes, he gets some kills
realize
there,
why they
right?
lost.
But it isn't
Last time.
what he's doing in that situation isn't about
TP
getting kills. It's
Glansdorp,
all
thank
about
you so much for
buying
the
time
tier 1.
the
Thank you,
Ivy flank.
thank you. Appreciate
He's
the
not
21 months.
overcommitting to any angle unless he's got the drop on somebody like he has on Berserks. Berserks ain't looking at him, so he's like, oh,
Best
this is an easy
Haven
one. I
has
can get
always
this kill.
been.
And then it's
I
just
don't think we've
bouncing
ever
back
had
and
a
forth,
best
taking quick
Haven
shots,
team.
moving to the other side, finding the players that he's got the advantageous fight against.
Actually,
That's
do you
the
know
only
who I'd
reason to
actually
commit to
say?
any
I'd
of
probably
those,
say the
and it's
Guards.
all about
Yeah,
buying
yeah,
time.
I would probably say the Guards.
All about setting up for the rest of the team. He's the
The
only one on
Guard
site
was
there
impressive,
initially.
man. When
The
they
other
first
three
used
players
that
backed
Viper
off.
comp,
Setting up for the rest of the team, but he's also just been absolutely fragging.
They were owning
Just
everyone.
down there. Famous
Focus?
away with
Mate,
the
it's
kill
really
steals.
one-sided.
Behind
I just
Pillar,
feel bad.
looking for an opportunity to try to get out, but continues to refight. Finds another for his trouble, brings it into a 3v3.
Even exchange there, but these kills were so far back. Not feeling confident enough to make this hit just yet. Plenty of time here for Boom to react. So you have to use the drone to make sure that this is all clear, checking all those smokes. So you know a little bit. You gotta fall way back and wait for another Ivy lurk. Still have that turret to clear though. Did clear it. So this is gonna be
I mean, they
pretty
have
tough
vision block. I think
for
using that
Boom.
recon
Guardians and a
is
Stinger.
wrong like that.
Oh,
I think you should save it for the smoke.
Nightfall sent out, shock darts at the ready.
Body blocks coming
Everybody
in.
clustered up here, just trying to block, but still.
Damn, they got so
Open
unlucky
abuse,
not to
not
get that
held
to
to
half. Messed up that body
Francis
block.
just looking to try to delay, swings out a little bit wider. Hunter's Fury now immediately going to be invested.
oh.
The spike
look
is
at the
still
after
just
plan
stuck
stuff.
there, and it's all an NC Slasher.
Okay,
All
well,
is lonesome, and he
They got
cannot
really,
make it
really
happen.
wrecked on this one.
Ivy will find the final two, and 13-3.
It's a shame.
Nongshim
I
show up
understand the
to
game
play.
plan.
do not
They
want to
just
rewrite history.
Nongshim
They
adapted
want to double down
way
on it.
too fast.
And that is a
And
solid,
then they had no
decisive
backup.
opening statement to close out on Pearl.
Just fantastic stuff.